So here we are at Cape Ring South. Now, if I'm honest, I'm not particularly good at this. I've not really raced at this circuit much, but obviously we've got the league race, the Cappuccino Induction League race here later on this week. So I thought I'd get down and give it some goes and give it some practice. And I actually quite like the circuit. It's got a good flow to it. It's got some nice elevation changes, and what I like is that the fact that the corners just lead into each other. You can kind of stay really central between the corners. The curbs though are quite high, and on the odd instance that it can help a little bit with anchor points, where you get that little bit more extra pull into the corner, that little bit more steering. But yeah, it's a pretty good circuit. There's quite a few frustrating corners, such as those hairpins. That was the first hairpin on the circuit. The last corner is incredibly difficult, and I've tried many different lines through it, and I'm not sure if any's quicker than the other. I've tried going wide, missing the first apex, and then clipping the second apex, a little bit like the first corner at Laguna Seca, which I'm convinced is quicker there. But here it doesn't seem to be any quicker. I think really I've just gone for the inside line, and then just tried to boot it as early as you can. And I once have been chasing myself in ghost cars as well. It doesn't really matter what line I seem to take through that last corner. It doesn't appear to be any quicker. So in a minute we'll just change the view, just so I can get on board. There we go, that's a better view. And I'll get this turned up nice and loud so we can hear the gear changes. Remembering, of course, in the Suzuki Cappuccinos, my friends on the Gran Turismo League suggested a different gearbox setup, which really helped. A little tweak that I didn't realise about, and also that in these you get the maximum power to about 8,000 revs, and I've looked into that, and that does make the car quicker, because of course if you go over 8,000 revs you're using sort of less of the power that the car's got, and you actually accelerate a lot slower than if you change at 8, and that's really helped. And you'll see that I change at 8 pretty much consistently. We're entering, this is the last corner, which is really difficult, and all the car ever wants to do is break away there and spin off. So we're coming down the main straight. You've got to narrowly avoid missing the pit wall as you accelerate hard, changing at 8,000 revs, up into top gear now, I think into 5th. Now this next corner you want to drop down to about 3rd or 2nd gear and trail brake on the way in quite aggressively. So still on the brakes gently, and the back does slide away, but these Cappuccinos, you could see the opposite lock I did there. The Cappuccinos are really easy to catch. Now this section, if I stay well to the left and start swinging it in and then back off the gas, just steer in, and the car just drifts a little bit at the back. Now there, you can just put the power down really early, and you get maximum drive up the hill. Now the next corner is a little bit of a blind entry left-right. You have to back off earlier, whack it down a couple of gears, and now you can boot it as soon as you kind of see the straight line between the two apexes. Here, just again, like the first corner, trail braking, steering in, and the back should step away slightly. And now this is probably my most favourite bit of the circuit. This is the back straight. Keeping well to the left, and I don't clip into the right until you see the rumble strip on the right hand side appearing. So there's the rumble strip, and you head for that, and then you try to drive as straight as possible through this little S-bend complex, backing off slightly here, otherwise you end up in the barriers on the left, and then braking really early, whack it down to 2nd, and try to take both apexes if you can, like that. A little bit of corrective steering as I got it going down the straight, so that wasn't as neat as it could have been, to be fair. It wasn't neat at all. But what I am finding is that I can pretty much put consecutive laps in, doing kind of the same speed, which is what you need to do. You need to be really consistent. So that was a guide to Cape Ring, and I hope that helped everyone. Thanks very much for watching.